Sustainable aviation fuel can be key in decarbonizing the aviation sector in the short to medium term. Currently, the aviation industry is considered to be responsible of around 3% of the total global man-made CO2 emissions. This number is expected to rise if steps are not taken to decarbonize the sector. In this video, I'll explain what sustainable aviation fuel is, what makes it sustainable, and how to increase its share in the future. Solutions that work for road transport, like electric batteries or hydrogen engines, are still unavailable or difficult to apply for aviation, especially in the long-haul flights. Flying takes a lot of energy, and electricity or hydrogen does not carry energy as efficiently as kerosene does. Therefore, quite some innovation is needed. This is where sustainable aviation fuels, usually referred to as ceph, come into play. But what is ceph? In short, ceph is a substitute for fossil jet fuels, being produced from sustainable resources instead of being refined from petroleum. These resources, or feedstocks, can be from biological origins such as industrial waste oils and agricultural residues, or from non-biological origins such as green hydrogen. Cephs act as a drop-in fuel. This means it is a fuel that can be mixed with fossil kerosene and used without having to change existing infrastructure or the existing planes. Since the first commercial flight, operated by KLM in 2011, more than 300,000 flights have flown on a mixture of ceph and fossil jet fuel. There are several benefits when comparing ceph to fossil jet fuel. In its neat form, ceph has the potential to reduce carbon emissions around 75% on average. This depends on a combination of technology and feedstock used to produce ceph. In addition, ceph does not emit sulfur and significantly reduces fine particle emissions. Latest research shows that it even reduces contrails, having a positive impact on the non-CO2 effects of aviation. There is not one type of sustainable aviation fuel. As seen in the figure, there are currently 8 different certified ceph technology pathways that meet strict technical requirements to be used in commercial aircrafts. Both the technology and feedstock affect how sustainable the ceph will be. But with so many case-specific combinations, how do we ensure sustainability? Sustainability is much more than just avoiding harmful impacts. A sustainable feedstock must meet 3 requirements. First, higher value applications of the feedstock, such as feed and food production, should be prioritized. If a crop can be used for feed and food production, we will not use it for ceph. Secondly, the environment and biodiversity cannot be sacrificed and must even be enhanced. And finally, social sustainability is a crucial aspect. The ceph industry should protect native land rights, provide solid labor rights, and equality for people working in this sector. Assuring sustainability is difficult. This is why SkyNRG takes a 3-tiered approach that emphasizes external accountability and takes careful responsibility. 1. By certifying our operations by the Roundtable of Sustainable Biomaterials, a worldwide multi-stakeholder initiative considered as the gold standard for the bioeconomy. Secondly, by being structurally advised by an independent sustainability board consisting of WWF and Solidaridad. And lastly, by tracking the latest developments and thinking of sustainability through our global NGO network. This way, we can ensure that the ceph produced is socially and environmentally the sustainable and right way. Yet, ceph still makes up less than 0.1% of all the aviation fuel used. To successfully decarbonize the aviation industry, this needs to increase drastically. Airlines do not buy ceph on a larger scale because ceph is expensive. Upcoming ceph blending mandates are the biggest driver in increasing ceph use, which put an obligation on the production and use of ceph, helping the sector to finally take off. This also encourages the development of ceph dedicated facilities. Some will focus on the pre-established technologies like SkyNRG's DSL-1 facility with its HEFA technology, while others, like Synkero, will explore how to make ceph by combining CO2 and green hydrogen. Customer programs, like SkyNRG's Board Now program, help to co-fund the price gap over fossil kerosene. When corporates step in to pay a part of this price gap to reduce their own emissions from flying, ceph becomes much more attractive to airlines. Therefore, in order to grow the ceph market, new mandates, ceph-dedicated facilities, and programs designed to help airlines pay for ceph are all exciting developments on the horizon to ensure that the future uptake of ceph will be increased. To conclude, ceph is not the only solution to decarbonizing the aviation industry, but it's a very important piece of the puzzle. Further developing electric aircrafts, investing in the infrastructure for international high-speed trains, capping fossil fuels, and flying less are still needed to reduce aviation's carbon emissions and keep our planet as we know it today.